Hi, Carl Winkler at Lectrosonics here to talk to you again about the L-Series wireless mic products. In the other video, I went into detail about the LMB and LT belt pack transmitters. But probably the most interesting component of the series is the LR miniature diversity receiver. Like the LMB and LT, the LR tunes across 3 of our standard frequency blocks. That's about 12 TV channels or 75 megahertz. We've got 3 bands available for US and export and 1 band for export only. The LR receiver has 2 top-mounted antennas for diversity reception, a locking 3-pin balanced audio output connector, and a high-resolution graphic display for setup and monitoring. The keypad includes 5 buttons and 2 LEDs. The blue LED at the upper left is the RF link indicator. If it is on, this means the receiver is getting a good signal from the transmitter and that the pilot tone is locked. The LED at the upper right is the power indicator, with colors to show battery life. The LED will stay green until the battery has only 20% remaining. Then it will turn red. When only 10% remains, it will blink red. The home screen on the LCD shows RF level on the far left, the antenna phase in the upper center. Next to that is the pilot tone lock indicator. And just to the right of that is the transmitter battery icon, followed by the frequency block indicator. Then here, this large 2-digit number is the 2-digit hex code for frequency. Right in the middle is the actual operating frequency, in this case 501.500 megahertz. And then all along the bottom here is the audio level meter. Getting into the menu, one of the first things we notice is Smart Tune. This is a really quick and confident way to choose a frequency by letting the receiver do all the hard work. With Smart Tune highlighted in the menu, press the menu select button again to start the process. The word searching appears at the upper left. The block and 2-digit frequency code where the cursor is are shown at the upper right, and the actual RF spectrum at your location will be shown on the graph. Let's give it just a minute to complete the cycle. It takes just about 1 minute. There we go. Once the process is complete and the receiver has selected a frequency, it will ask you if you want to sync your transmitter via infrared. If so, turn on your transmitter and hold it within a foot or so of the receiver and press the up arrow on the receiver. The transmitter should confirm receipt of the data and now be set to the same block and frequency as your receiver. Quick, right? But you might not know that along with the frequency and block info, the receiver also sends the correct compatibility mode, so that even if the transmitter was used for something else like IFB on your last project, it will now be in the correct mode for use with the LR. If the transmitter isn't on the right frequency range, it will warn you that it can't take the sync info. Next in the menu is the RF scan function. Just like the older UCR411A, 401, and SR series, the LR does a fine job of scanning the local RF spectrum and showing you the level of activity on each frequency. The difference here is that the LR covers 3 blocks. Even so, the LR scans those 3 blocks in just about the same amount of time as the older receivers will scan 1 block. And once the cursor has made it all the way around, you can see the areas where there are TV transmissions or other sources of interference. You can stop the scan by pressing the menu select button. It's just about made it through its cycle. All right. Now by pressing the up and down arrows, we see that it's making large jumps. If we first press the menu select button, then the up and down arrows, we can make fine-tuning adjustments. Pressing the menu select button zooms in. Once again, pressing the up and down arrows, it makes large jumps. Then pressing the menu select button, then the up and down arrows, we're making fine-tuning adjustments. Once you've completed this process, press the back button and you'll be given a choice to keep the frequency and send it to the transmitter via infrared, or revert to the frequency you were using before you started the scanning process. The third selection in the main menu lets you choose your frequency manually, such as in a case where you have a pre-coordinated list or someone has provided you with a specific frequency. Just like in the LT and the LMB transmitters, here you can select the megahertz, the kilohertz, the frequency block, or the 2-digit code. And you can still use infrared to sync it. Just go back to the main menu and select the 4th item, infrared sync. Next in the menu is the audio output level, which could be adjusted in 1 dB steps all the way from -50, which is definitely mic level, all the way up to +5. If you want to send a 1K tone to your camera or recorder for level setting purposes, just press the menu select button and then the up arrow. Do the same to shut it off. RF tuning step size is next in the menu. Our traditional step size is 100 kHz, but newer products such as the Venue, HH, SR series, LT, LMB, and LR all allow for 25 kHz step sizes. If you're having trouble fitting the last few frequencies into a coordinated system, sometimes going with a smaller step size can help. Next in the menu is the transmitter battery setting. By accurately describing the battery you're using in the transmitter, the receiver can appropriately show the remaining battery life on the home screen icon. After that in the menu is the receiver battery setting, so that the BAT LED at the top right of the front of the unit accurately shows the battery status of the receiver. Compatibility mode is next. This is where you might choose a special setting, such as IFB or 200 series if you are using your LR with one of these other systems. And don't forget, when using infrared sync, the compatibility mode is sent to the transmitter as well. Audio polarity is next in the menu, followed by smart noise reduction. This feature has long been part of our digital hybrid wireless products, and it's there because lav microphones tend to have a fairly high noise floor. We found that the majority of our users leave this set to normal, which provides a very transparent dynamic hiss filter. If you find that you're dealing with microphones that have a noticeable hiss, you might try the full setting. Or, alternatively, if you're using very low noise microphones at your transmitter, you might want to try off and see if it works for you. Next in the menu is Squelch Bypass, allowing you to troubleshoot the system without the audio muting due to the lack of pilot tone. Next to last in the menu is Clear Scan, in case you want to wipe the RF scan data before doing a fresh scan. The scan data is normally cleared anyway when the unit is powered off or the batteries are changed. The LCD mode in the menu allows you to choose between white on black or black on white in the display. It's really just a matter of taste. Finally, you can restore all default settings to the receiver in this menu option. Let's spend just another minute on some of the common accessories for this product. First is the LR shoe, which can be used to mount the LR onto a camera, cold shoe, via a wire belt clip. Note that the LR is shipped standard with the AMJ type jointed antennas, which allows you to orient them properly depending on how the receiver is mounted on a camera. For instance, if you're mounting the camera using the LR shoe, you could position the antennas pointing upwards. Another important accessory is the LR-LT battle limb. This can be used for the LR receiver to replace the battery door and run the unit using an external DC source. For connecting the LR receiver to cameras with an 1/8" stereo jack like DSLRs, we have the MC-LR TRS. For connecting the LR to devices with an XLR input, we have the MC-SR XLR cable. The replacement wire belt clip for the LR receiver is part number 26895. Over time, a wide range of accessories will be added for the L series. So that is the LR receiver as part of the L series wireless microphone products, featuring a 3-block tuning range, which is about 12 TV channels, digital hybrid wireless, and lots of other great features. For detailed information about the two transmitters, please see the other video. And as always, for updated information about our products, please visit Lectrosonics.com. Thanks for watching.